Welcome to the Ice Cream Convos Podcast, where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news. I am your host, Xaviera.
And I'm your co-host, Karla.
And we thank you so much for tuning into episode 328 of the Ice Cream Convos Podcast. And tonight, this particular episode, I would like to call It's a Wrap.
Okay, I like that.
I would like to call it It's a Wrap for professional and for personal reasons. So let me share my testimony. Let me kick it off and share my testimony.
Please
as
do.
You all come in tonight. So as you all are coming in, please let me know where you are checking in from. Please share tonight's chat. If you are watching live, please share it with your friends and your timeline to let them know the Ice Cream Convos Podcast is in the building. And we have quite a few interesting things to talk about tonight. I'm trying to adjust this microphone. So if you've never tuned into a live episode of the Ice Cream Convos Podcast, basically we go through the top stories in entertainment and celebrity news over the past week. I share my opinions and Karla share her opinions, and we tell you all the things here that we will not say on the site.
Yes.
So if this is your first time tuning in live, please let us know where you are tuning in from. And if you are listening through our regular podcast stream, hey, y'all, thanks for tuning in.
Going on.
All right. So let me just start with some personal things. So tonight's show is called It's a Wrap for obvious reasons, if you saw our promo picture for tonight's episode. But, I just want to share this testimony right quick in Jesus' name. Sometimes we go through things and we are in certain situations that we just stay in because we just gonna work through it and we just gonna deal with it.
Right.
But sometimes God comes along and goes, boo-boo. See, you done gave this a little bit too much time. So since you don't want to move, I'm gonna go ahead and move you myself.
All right now. Yes, he will.
So the Lord delivered me from a situation this week that has been bothering me for quite some time. So y'all, my energy is going to be on another level tonight. So be forewarned, you may be annoyed by the end of this podcast, but I'm just very excited. I am in a good place. I'm feeling good. I'm excited for us to be back. And a programming note, Karla and I decided that 2 podcasts a week thing, we ain't ready for that yet. We moms.
Not yet, y'all. Not yet.
Not yet. Moms, we wives, we got stuff to do. Karla done built a whole classroom for her son who's doing virtual learning. So Karla, first of all, let me just take a moment to tell you that classroom is absolutely amazing. And I love the fact that you sit in there and let me get a glimpse of my godson's classroom every week. So,
thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just letting everybody else know. I kind of got obsessed with it, but it's a success. He loves it. And thank you. That makes me feel good because at first I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then, one thing just led to another. So
you went from not knowing what you're doing to doing the damn thing. I'm ready to come up in there and learn. All right. So we have some ICC friends checking in from everywhere, from California to Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. So shout out to all of our ICC friends who are tuning in. So first order of business, we had to add this to the docket at the very last minute, y'all.
Yes.
Cardi B, Offset. She said, I turned Offset on. And apparently she done turned Offset off because Cardi B has filed for a divorce. She filed for divorce today, Tuesday, September 15th, 2020, after nearly 3 years of marriage. Now, what makes this filing extra interesting is homegirl filed for divorce 5 days before their 3rd anniversary.
Oh, wow. I don't know what made me think it was after their anniversary. It's before.
It's before.
That was planned. That was planned. Definitely.
I don't know. You know what I think? Well, according to People magazine, because, I don't know Cardi personally to call her up and say, girl, what happened? I don't know her personally to call her up. But People magazine said that apparently she caught Offset allegedly stepping out of the marriage again. Now, unfortunately, due to his Carfax report and due to his history, that is not a hard scenario to believe.
No, not at all. But I just think you don't think it's ironic that we're women. We both women.
Okay.
We're married. And a lot of the things we do, the decisions we make are very planned out most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Or we just be like Whitney. I get so emotional.
True. That's very true. That's
but
very true.
I have it. Do you believe that scenario of Offset cheating? Do you think that's a real scenario?
Yes, of course it's a real scenario. I'm gonna be honest with you, not judging, but I thought it was just an ongoing thing throughout the whole marriage. I mean, how many reports and how many times? I'm just saying, several times.
I mean, we seen the video.
Exactly, and I mean, I'm always sad to hear about divorces, but what I'm not sad to hear about are dysfunctional marriages that end in divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? But it's
1000% sense. And here's the thing. So, with Cardi and Offset, they said Offset was allegedly cheating. And you think back to, was it 2018 when the tape came out? Remember when the tape came out? Right. And then that kicked off the whole thing in 2018 where she split from him. And then he was, please, baby, baby, please, all through the streets of social media. Yeah. He rolling up to her concerts, embarrassing her on stage, trying to get her back and all that. Yeah. And that was 2018. Right. And then she goes ahead, she takes him back. All right. Think about how embarrassing that whole situation was for Cardi to have to go through that, because in 2019, during all of her press runs, she spent most of her time explaining why she made the decision to take Offset back after he cheated in 2018. True.
I didn't think about it like that, but that's true. She did. She had to address it everywhere, she went. And then wasn't there an incident? I don't remember the year. I feel like last year on what's the gaming platform, Twitch, where Offset was. I actually watched it. I saw it like on YouTube where he was. And I mean, this is just an allegation, but in the video, he's playing like a video game, and Cardi like comes in the room, the bedroom. And as soon as Cardi comes in, you see him take his phone, he's fumbling, and he puts it in his sweatpants.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And people are like, oh, well, that could have been anything. But I mean, it's just a lot of Offset's behavior has just been like, he just ain't shit. I'm just going to say it, like I ain't shit, dude. That's how I feel. That's just the behavior that we see. So imagine what she sees and deals with behind those, closed doors.
What makes it even more difficult is the fact that they are in the public eye, and people, for some reason, they get so much joy out of watching Offset do Cardi dirty. So I think with this particular situation with People magazine alleging that Offset stepped out of the marriage again, Cardi like, nope, I'm getting ahead of this. I'm going straight down and filing these divorce papers before y'all try to call me a dummy, or either that he made her look stupid again in public. Right. She gonna have to answer these questions all over again.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, because that's exactly what would happen. And then think about it. She has what is WAP number one now, right? Not WAP's number one, right?
Yeah. And y'all so mean. Can I just talk to the mean people? Y'all so mean because y'all said, well, I guess that WAP wasn't working at the house. Listen, you could have the WAP babaloo bop WAP bamboo. If a dude just trash, he just gonna be trash.
Exactly.
You could be standing on your head, popping on a handstand, cooking the hottest meals, dressing real fly. Go get your stomach done, get your boobs done again, get your butt done again, get all these fly behind tattoos. He just gonna do what he wanna do. And that's at the end of the day.
Yes. And that's facts. And I hate when I see that. I think we seen the same thing with Niecy Nash, right?
Oh.
When she went through her first, we ain't even talking about.
We starting with Niecy Nash tonight.
I'm just saying. But remember, she had made the statement about to keep your man. You had brought it up. I think a couple weeks shows ago, and same thing. And it's like, listen, people gonna be who they are. I don't care who you are. You could be the prettiest. You could have the baddest body, whatever. Just like you said, and it's gonna happen whether whatever you do. They are who they are.
Absolutely. And just for my queens out there and for my kings, because, we ain't going to act like kings don't be going through things too. Oh, you saw what I did right there? Kings go through things.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. I ain't catching that correctly.
Can we not shame people who get cheated on or clown them or make them out to be the issue or less than or what they wasn't doing at home? Yeah. Because it goes deeper than that sometimes.
It does. That's security issues though. I think people get joy out of it because, first of all, almost, I'm going to say 80%, maybe it's high. We all been through some kind of betrayal. period. Whether it was, even if it wasn't cheating, right? And it doesn't feel good. So I think a lot of people, when it happens to especially someone who's a celebrity, who is in the limelight, it's like, it can happen to them. Now look, you kind of understand what I'm saying? It gives them some type of, I don't know, joy. It's sad, but that's what I think. That's my opinion.
I put this comment up and I want to bring it back. And it's from our girl TT. And TT said people take marriage as a joke nowadays. And I want to expound on this because I didn't really plan to get all deep into the marital things tonight. But I do want to take a note of that because we have shows like 90 Day Fiance. What's the other show with Marriage at First Sight? How you marrying somebody that you looking at the first
time? That's
now,
true.
I ain't gonna act like it ain't some people out there that's fine enough that you be like, oh, I want to sing a slow jam and have your children. We're not gonna act like that's not the truth. But we do now live in a society where marriage is whatever you want it to be. Yeah. It could be a joke. It could be a serious situation. It could be an experiment. It could be whatever it is.
It's a contract, I think. A lot of people look at it like a contract. I wonder, you had even said that, I think when we were talking about, I forget whose divorce, it was like 20 something years. And you're like, I wonder if I believe that. I've actually had friends say like, girl, I'm on a 15-year. And I'm like, 15-year what? Man, this marriage, I'm going to give it 15. And I'm like, all right, well, wow. That's an interesting way of looking at marriage. But
to your point of I'm sorry to interrupt you, but to your point of the people who stay together for 10 and 20 years, and then all of a sudden they get, they separate. When they have children, a lot of times I think they just tough it out for the kids.
Yeah, I agree.
Until the kids get up out the house.
Yeah, I agree.
But imagine being in a marriage like that. And then, you have marriages also, and I'm not saying this is the case with Cardi B and Offset. We just happen to be talking about them right now as our cornerstone of this conversation, but both people have to have like minds, and both people have to go into the marriage with the same goals and ideals and ideas and all that. Because if you just like, well, it's just a contract, I'm on paper, and the other person is just like, oh, I have my happily ever after. That thing ain't gonna work.
No, not at all. And that's the thing. It's about compromise. And it's also about both people, just like you said. And you also have to be selfless. You can speak to that. You have to be very selfless.
Child.
In a marriage, you got to, it's not about you, and I think some people look, people look to their spouse for happiness. If you're not happy already, getting married and looking for someone to make you happy is not the key. And I think that happens too.
And our friend Mary here says that she is married and she is very miserable. And Mary, let me tell you something. Man. Life is way too short to be miserable.
That's right, Mama.
You get one life to live, and you better live that life to the fullest.
Yes.
Child, if you got the Niecy Nash that thing, do what you got to do. But as long as you happy at the end of the day.
Happiness first.
Yes. And maybe try to explore some things that will bring you back happiness on a personal level, versus so, and that's unfortunate too, because sometimes we think we have the right person and they turn out not to be the right person.
Yeah. And it's work. It's work. And it is, like they say, it's cheaper to keep her. I mean, it's really hard to get out of, depending on what's involved in the marriage. It's really, you do have to weigh your pros and your cons. I get it,
Can I tell y'all my petty little idea I had going into my marriage? And I know this sounds terrible, but we friends, we in a no judgment zone. Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and say what I got to say, right? All right. So when JB and I got married 13 years ago, right? We just celebrated our 13th wedding anniversary last month, right?
Yes.
So I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Because sometimes you have to draw a line in the sand of what you're willing to tolerate and what you ain't willing to tolerate.
That's
right?
True. Very true.
Now, I got a good man. Thank you. Hallelujah, Jesus. Little black Jesus in the manger because the end was full. Right. I got me a good man. Savi's got a man.
You better sing it. Yes.
So good.
Brother Jay is, I agree. You have a very good husband.
I just had to throw that out there real quick in case he's listening.
Yes.
All right. With that being said, I told him, I said, I'm going to make 7 copies of our marriage license.
Why 7?
Because it's the number of perfection, completion. It's just
okay.
You know what I'm saying? God took 7 days to make the earth and all that thing. You know what I'm saying?
All right, okay.
So, I was like, all right,
okay.
I'm gonna make 7. Mm-hmm. And every time we literally hit that wall where it's just bad, you know, when you just feel like I don't even want to be married no more. I'm gonna rip one of them up. And when I get down to the original, my chick, when I get to the original, if I rip the original, I'm gone.
Wow. How many you went through? So how many you went through so far over the 13?
I sat and stared at one.
I know damn well you ain't ripped up none of them.
13 years and I stared at one, but I ain't rip them up. I stared at one, but
you know what? That's so funny. Real quick, when you said like everybody gets them feeling, same thing here. I'll be 13 years in November, but it gets to a point where you like, I can't even stand how he breathes. He just breathing too loud.
Be like, look how he be chewing. Like, why he gotta chew? Like, why he like? And for me, okay, so Karla, real quick, and Lord Jesus, I hope they not watching. But what is your biggest pet peeve with Carlos? And I'll tell you my biggest pet peeve with JB.
Oh, you gonna do this? And I know he there. Boo, I love you.
Don't let Zabi set you up, Karla.
No, but you know what? This is something I've said to him. His stubbornness. It has to be his stubbornness. And that's not even a pet peeve. I guess that's just he's so stubborn. That's the one thing I would have to say. What's yours? What's your pet peeve for Jay?
Oh, well, my pet peeve is him yelling at the TV while watching the games. Like it's one thing to get hype and you be like, yes, I'm in. Yes. But he literally be coaching from the couch. Like it just be going way too far and way too loud and just, hey, are you serious? And stomping and he be jumping off the couch all down in front of the TV, like pointing like he's the coach. I'm waiting for him to pull out a clipboard and be like, no, this was the play right here. You were supposed to go to the left. But yeah, so I mean, of all things, you know, that and yes, he can be stubborn. But is that a man thing?
I know. I think it's an ego thing, I guess. Yeah, I guess that falls under ego, does it? Y'all, do that fall under ego? Because I think
got a big ego.
Hey. Yeah. You want a point tonight. You want fire.
Yes. Look, Camelda said that he needs a man cave. He has one, but he be downstairs in my space. But anyway, but yes, shout out to all the fellas who have man caves and women who have she sheds. Cause
yes. I need me a she shed.
You know, they burned down my she shed. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. So guys, we are going to take a quick break here. And when we come back, we will be talking about some more celebrity news and entertainment because this is not the only divorce to come down the street of Divorceville this week. All right. So in a few minutes, we'll be right back. Get your water. Hey, y'all. Hey, ICC friends. I love y'all. I see y'all in the comments. All right. Yeah. So, Karla, you know you're going to have to arm wrestle when you get home. I heard what you said about me on that podcast.
Listen. He know I love him.
Yeah, they know we love him.
Stubbornness and all.
Absolutely. All right. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me move this over here. I feel like I'm bumping the table and making noise and things. So y'all, if I'm bumping the table and making noise, please excuse me. But also just thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. This is fun. We do this every Tuesday. So if this is your first time tuning in, we do this every Tuesday. So be sure to come back and just have some fun with us. Okay. But if you weren't able to listen live, you know, you can always just listen to the podcast on Wednesday through iTunes and all the other streamers. Okay. All right, Karla, you ready?
Yes.
All right, ICC friends, we are back. So as I stated earlier, Cardi B and Offset were not the only couple to slip and slide down Divorceville this week. So Ray J has filed for divorce from Princess Love.
Yeah, I was.
You see my face?
Yeah, I see it. Look, I couldn't even get my question out because listen, I'm like, I thought this had already taken place. That's where I guess I meant. Like I had thought Princess.
There were a lot of people who, because Princess did file. Princess filed for divorce in May, right? So we was like, oh, dang. Princess Love filed for divorce. But we saw this coming. This was after the whole Las Vegas situation. Remember when Princess Love said Ray J left them stranded and Las Vegas, was pregnant and she had the baby. And well, she had, Melody was, younger. She claimed Ray J left her out in Vegas and she was stranded. And then they did the whole thing where the whole thing played out all in the streets of social media.
Oh, it was a mess.
But then they didn't stop there. Then they linked up with the Zeus Network and went on reality TV and sat down and argued about their marriage on reality TV, which I thought, whose damn idea was this? Because this is atrocious.
Yes, it was ridiculous.
I was like, this is atrocious. Y'all are literally a married couple with children, and y'all signed an agreement to collect the check to sit down and argue and air your dirty laundry on Zeus. Like, y'all wasn't even on VH1. Who got a Zeus subscription around this thing?
True that.
Who? Just who? So then they argued it out there. And then, so we're like, okay, well, we just waiting for the divorce stuff to go ahead and get finalized and see what's going on. Next thing you know, her birthday come around. Her and Ray J all booed up in pictures of her and Ray J and the cheering. She done went down to the thing and then withdrew the divorce. I can't even get it out. The divorce petition. Wow. I put on too much lip gloss and my lips start sticking together. When keeping it real goes wrong, you put on too much lip gloss trying to get them popping. Little mama didn't tell me how much to apply. She just told me her lip gloss was popping.
You dumb.
So anyway, so then she goes down to the thing, withdraws the divorce petition. And then I'm like, okay, well, y'all working it out. What y'all doing? I can't tell what's, y'all on, y'all off, what it is, but it's really none of my business. I'll wait till the next thing hit the fan. Damn sure if Ray J didn't go down there and file for divorce against that damn girl.
That is, I don't even know really what to say. First of all, I feel like once again, I hate to hear marriages ending. But this is past due. Like, I mean, come another one. It's just like, what are y'all doing?
Embarrassing the whole family, each other, the family. And, this younger generation, and I'm just going to say younger generation because I done jumped the 40 train. But this younger generation, they just don't mind airing everything out on social media. Listen,
not at all.
On the worst day in my house, you will never catch anything on social media about what me and my husband going through.
Exactly. But no, it's never, listen, I was taught years ago, what go on in the house stays in the house.
Stays in the house.
Like you said, it's that younger generation.
It really is, because I believe they try to fight their issues out in the court of public opinion. And that's where people go wrong. So basically, Ray J filed for divorce from Princess Love. He wants joint custody of the kids. I don't know if he mentioned anything. I can't remember if he mentioned anything regarding like child support or spousal support or anything of that nature. It's still early in the game because, see, at this point, they could be back together next week.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's what's going to happen, in my opinion.
I agree too, because it's just too much. I call them as the Norwood's term. Remember, as the world term.
I like that. I like
because
that.
It's just a vicious cycle, and at some point, you got to get off the merry-go-round.
Got to break it. That's true.
That's true. But I'm not giving Ray J and Princess Love too much of my time tonight. P-Valley, down in the valley where the girls get naked. No, I will not be talking about Little Murder's smooth, Little Murder's smooth crotch. I will not be talking. All right, so y'all, P-Valley has wrapped 8 awesome episodes. Stars did that. And now that P-Valley is a certified hit, and it's so funny, Karla, because with P-Valley, I'm seeing that either people love it, or they hate it.
Okay. There's no gray area. There's no in between.
No, it's no gray area. But something interesting, once a show blows up, that's when you start hearing some maybe behind the scenes type of thing, right? All right. Well, K. Michelle took to the streets of social media. Anytime you start a sentence with K. Michelle, it ain't going to end well, right?
Yeah, that's when you be like, oh, you just get yourself ready, prop yourself ready for it. Like, all right.
Yeah. So K. Michelle took to the streets of social media to let everyone know that she had auditioned for months for the leading role of Mercedes in P-Valley.
Mm-hmm.
So first things first, my first thought was, why tell us this now? Well, apparently what had been happening is people had been comparing K. Michelle to the Mercedes character. I guess her fans was like, girl, I could so see, like, she remind me of you so much, or I could so see this. Or either the actress Brandy Evans, who actually plays Mercedes. Shout out to Brandy Evans. She's an ICC friend. Maybe, I don't know. But now, to be fair, I can see similarities between Brandy, the actress Brandy, and K. Michelle visually. Like if they came up and told me they were cousins, I'll be like, girl, you know what? I can kind of see that.
Okay.
So I can see that similarity, right? Okay. And with Mercedes' personality and stuff, I can even kind of see some similarities between her and K. Michelle. But do I think K. Michelle could have pulled off that character? I don't know. My instincts want to say no, because I'm already so used to Brandy doing it. But to be fair, I'm not going to say that K. Michelle couldn't have done it.
Right.
But I think the blessing in the fact that Naturi Hall did this show with without major big name actors. And that's no shade to anyone who is on the show, right? No shade to anyone that's on the show at all. But the fact that I think she did the show without huge big name actors, it didn't take away from the show as a whole.
Okay. Right.
And here's an example for those who are like, girl, what is you talking about? The Lion King remake, right? Everybody was excited about the Lion King remake, but when Beyonce joined the cast, it became all about Beyonce and the Lion King.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was all about, will Beyonce ruin this? Can Beyonce pull off? And the conversation and the shift and the energy changed of it. Now, I'm not saying she was responsible for making it blow up or she was responsible for making it fall apart. But what I'm saying is sometimes when you bring in super duper big names, it does have an impact. But K. Michelle said that she auditioned for this role several times for over the course of months. But it was also during the time that she was going through her surgeries.
Okay.
To try to, fix the issue with the silicone implants or something that she had in her behind that started leaking and making her sick. So it was during that time. So she said she was auditioning with holes in her body.
Okay.
Her body wasn't all the way back fully healed. And it was just a tough time, but she still was trying to, go ahead and land this role. And she said she felt like she was so close that it got down to Naturi Hall, who is the show's creator, choosing between K. Michelle or Brandy. And they gave it to Brandy.
Okay.
So K. Michelle said that she hasn't even really been able to watch the show because it just hurts so much knowing that she could have been a part of this show that is so big now. And it hurts just to know. And she said she fell into a depression. She was crying. She was going through all that. And, people on social media was clowning her like, girl, you could have kept this to yourself. Child, no, boo, you can't even dance. You can't even act, so on and so forth. Go ahead.
I'm just not understanding. All right, I get it. Okay. You could say why she said. But then you can easily say why not. How many of us have been so close to getting something? Now, is she more upset of that the show is as big as it is, or is she upset because she was that close? And you get what I'm saying? Like, I think it's more about she was that close, whether the show was big or not. I think because it was down to her and she was not chosen. And that's not a great feeling. It's like it's rejection. How many of us deal with rejection well? And I hate how people jump on social media, whether she would have played the role well or not. I think she was emotional and she expressed how she felt.
Yeah, I do too, because she said every time someone compares her to the character or whatever, that it just hurts. She literally said, she said it hurts so bad. Now, here's the thing. K. Michelle, I think she is a talented singer. I love certain aspects of her personality. Like sometimes she can be too much, but I also like the fact that she is willing to say what other people whisper in a personal circles. She'll say it out loud. That touches me in a special place, right?
Yeah.
But when she did that, and I shared that she went out for that role and she almost had it, and Brandy got it, but Brandy did an amazing job. And K. Michelle also said that Brandy is doing an amazing job, and the entire cast is doing an amazing job. But when I tell you that I can relate to every single feeling that K. Michelle is having as she goes through this P-Valley process. And I didn't audition for P-Valley. I wasn't trying to be crooked letter I. I wasn't trying to be Miss Mississippi because my body ain't nowhere.
Girl,
my upper body strength ain't together to hang on to that pole. No. But just a little personal story. Many, many moons ago, for those who are familiar with the Atlanta area, Ryan Cameron had an opening on his morning show. And I was like, this is my chance. Like, this is what I want to do. I went down, I auditioned, thousands of people down there. I auditioned, I made it. I kept going to the next level. I got down to the last 4 people. Boom, got down to the last 2 people. And I'm like, oh, this is so awesome. This is so awesome. And on another day, I'm going to go into the details of that experience because I probably still need therapy about that, but it's okay. Got down to the last 2 people, and they were going to make the announcement on Monday who was going to be the new co-host of a huge morning show in Atlanta. Because see, my plan was to go to Chris Lover route. Some of y'all like, well, who's Chris Lover? Only the old school people know who Chris Lover is.
Yeah.
Ludacris. When Ludacris was on the radio, he was Chris Lover. And I always thought to myself, that's the plan I want to take. I want to do radio, make connections, and then do music. So that was going to be my plan. Come into radio, make those connections, and then hopefully get the right connection so that I could branch out and do my music. Monday morning, I'm in the car on my way to work. I get to work early so I can sit in the parking lot and I can hear them announce my name so I can go inside and be like, listen up, hoes. Today is my last day in this motherfucker. No need to give me a brown box. Don't need nothing. Don't want nothing in here. So I had my whole plan. Like, I'm all the way riding to work. Like, how am I do it? Am I going to Millie Rock on them, or am I going to Running Man? Because I don't think the Millie Rock was out yet. So I'm like, I'm going to do the Running Man. Am I going to hit them with the WAP? Like, what I'm going to do when I tell them, like, I'm out?
Right.
So I'm sitting in the car outside, just waiting for them to say my name, because when I went in there, I nailed it. Everybody was like, oh my God, you killed it. Because the last part of, I guess, the test to see if you're going to be on the radio was actually sitting in on the morning show and doing it in real time.
Oh, wow.
I killed it.
Okay. I already know. You had to slay that.
Child, I was sitting in my car and they was going to make the announcement at 8:00. And Ryan Cameron came on the radio and said, at 8:00, we are going to introduce you to the newest host of the Ryan Cameron Morning Show. Oh, and it was like, so I was like, well, how they going to wait? But I'm in the car. But I'm in the car. How they going to introduce me? And I'm in the car. Like, they should have just had me come on down there. And they got on the radio and announced someone else. And when I tell you, I cried like when old boy said, oh, and I cried. I sat in that car. Instead of coming in like, listen up, I came in like, I'm sitting at my desk all day.
Can't get you together.
They like, everybody like, oh,
he's dumb.
Good, you good? I was like, yeah. So now people like, are the kids all right? JB all right? Is everything okay?
Right.
I didn't get the job on the radio. I cried so bad, girl. They told me to go home because I was upset to other employees.
Wait, girl, said, you couldn't even get through the. You couldn't even.
Listen, you know you crying hard when you got to give them syllables. I didn't get the job on the radio show because you got to let that last breath out.
Snotting. You want snotting? Please tell me you want snotting now.
Girl, it was all of the above. All of the above. So
but
basically,
wow.
they had hired someone else,
Mhm.
and I literally could not listen to that radio show anymore because I tried to tune in just to see if she was better than me.
Right.
And it was nothing but mental torture because they up there
Yeah.
kicking and laughing. And I'm like, she is good. Her real good. But I was like, oh, was she better than me? And then I'm like, well, why couldn't they hire both of us? Like literally,
Right.
it hurt.
Oh.
It hurt.
Oh, yeah.
So when K. Michelle says every time she tries to watch P Valley, she got to cash out because it hurt. I understand, girl. I understand.
I know that's
because
right.
that was me. I literally stopped listening to the radio show until the show disbanded. I couldn't do it no more.
Yeah, but that I can't imagine, and especially how you found out. That's key too. How you found out.
I'm sitting there like they finna say my name. I was in the car like say my name, say my name. And no one is. They was like, yeah, we
ready.
I said, well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Question: is the person that they picked without saying any names? Are they still
she out here thriving?
Okay.
And it took me a long time to get past that because every time,
that's why I asked.
For a very long time, Karla, and I'm being fully transparent right now, y'all. So please don't clown me and make me cry because I will cry in the car.
No, we ain't having it.
I'll cry the way I'll cry the way old boy did after Debo snatched his chain his grandmama gave him. Listen, I literally for a very long time, every time I saw her, it almost felt like it was just being thrown in my face because she continued to soar. She continued to keep going and more opportunities and more. And I'm looking like that could have been me. Not should have, because what's for her is for her and what's for me is for me.
That's right.
But when you hurt and you forget that what's for me is for me part.
Oh, absolutely. That don't come till later down the line in the healing process.
On the couch in the therapist's office, like, so then I was like, yeah, but so for a long time, every time I saw this young lady, and congratulations to her on everything that she has going on. Every time I saw her, I felt like that could have been me. That could have, like, I could have started there and then got this opportunity. Let me just run down some of the opportunities this young lady got because I'm celebrating her in the sense of from one queen to another. The only reason why I'm not going to mention her name is because I don't want one singular person to take it as I'm trying to play her or something and try to cause a problem. So that's why I won't say her name. Movies.
Okay.
Commercials.
You can't get big. I mean, once you hit movies,
talk shows,
nice,
other radio gigs, producing content.
Wow, out here winning.
Just all she do is win, no matter what. And so it went from me hurting about it to being like, girl, you better go ahead.
Yes.
With all that being said, I want to say this one thing. When I did not get that job on that morning show with Ryan Cameron, shout out to Ryan Cameron, I went home, sat down, and said, I'm going to start the Ice Cream Convos Podcast. So that's why we here, baby.
I was about to say to you, I didn't want to say it, but I was going to say, if you did get that job, would Ice Cream Convos exist?
No. If I got that job, Ice Cream Convos wouldn't even exist at all.
God, don't make no mistakes.
None. Not at all. See? Because my purpose is the reason why God created me. So yeah. So and yes, I'm very thank you, Irene. I'm very happy that I'm able to talk about it as well because for a long time I would be like, I'll be back. Yeah, for a long time I wasn't able to. So you have to remember sometimes, even if we want something. I think I put up a post. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go pull it up right now. I put up a post on Ice Cream Convos today, as a matter of fact, and this was nothing but God, right? It says, if I can find it, because I'll be a little slow. It says, someday you will be really grateful that God gave you what you needed instead of what you thought you wanted.
Oh,
I wanted that job. I wanted it. It wasn't what I needed. That's because if you think about it, I mean, with my family and all those other good things, and it pushed me, and it also inspired me to create a space of my own. And that's why we have Ice Cream Convos here today. So
There
that is the story. Here's the story.
Hey.
A girl named Xaviera. She called up her homegirl, started a podcast.
You up to like 6 or 7. You on it.
Yeah.
Song,
so
wordplay.
Yeah. Listen, y'all, I got a song for everything. I'm sorry.
All
That's
day
just
long.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, so that's that story on that. But yeah, so real quick, just to wrap up that quick segment.
Mm-hmm.
So not only did K Michelle say that she had auditioned for the role of Mercedes, Big Frida said she auditioned for Uncle Clifford. So now all the auditionees is coming out.
Oh yeah. She done opened up that door. She done opened up. All it takes is to crack that door open.
And then everybody gonna come out. So I'm like, okay, well, everybody come out and speak out. I'll just do a blog post on the P-Valley cast you could have had versus the one that you got. Who was gonna be who auditioned for Lil Murda?
Oh, good question.
Who auditioned for Lil Murda? But you know, with that being said, P-Valley is an awesome show, and Big Frida killing it out in like doing. Big Frida doing her thing, everywhere. Right? K Michelle is doing her thing. So nobody is losing in this. Nobody is losing. It's just sometimes we want these opportunities that may not necessarily just be for us. So with that being said, you know, don't be hard. I felt bad. Don't be hard on K Michelle because I know that pain and I know that hurt.
Yeah,
I know it. All right, so we're going. It's rejection. So look, we're gonna jump on this real quick, and then we're gonna jump right back off. Excuse me, Democratic former gubernatorial. How do you say that? Gubernatorial. I said, how you go from governor to gub with a B? The English language is okay. Gubernatorial.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. All right. So Andrew Gillum decided to let all of us know this week he bisexual. That's what I call it. He bisexual. And I said, okay. I mean, I wasn't like, you don't say.
Right. Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding
me? I mean, we I thought we all, was a consensus on that. I thought that was already, huh?
I'm just saying. I mean, the fact that you caught in the hotel room with 2 dudes and some crystal meth and we that's Black history. So we're not going to dig that back up. But what I'm saying is this came as a surprise to no one, but it's crazy how he felt like he needed to put it out there, I guess. But the way he put it out there, it felt like somebody was like, if you don't put it out there, I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like,
could have been.
Because you know what? Go ahead.
Even that being said, though, I thought we already knew. I just like what else? And I'm not judging him or anything, but it was like once, the incident happened, I just pretty much figured that part out. I thought we all did.
I mean, I put my context clues together. I don't know about nobody.
Exactly, right? Yeah. But
nice. But with that being said, I really hope we get to a point where people don't have to announce their sexuality.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, your sexuality actually only impacts the person who you are dealing with and who you are in the bedroom with when the lights go down.
Yep. Period. That's it. That's why I never understand that. When I heard it, I'm just like, okay, I'm like you. Who pressured him to say that and why? Mm-hmm. Why now?
Sonya said blackmail. Sonya said, you think you
oh yeah.
I still got the pictures of your smooth bottom like Lil Murda. But I make jokes, but hopefully no one was truly blackmailing him. But the way he just volunteered the information, it was just wild. I was like, okay. But at the end of the day, our sexuality does not define us. I guess maybe for some people, it may feel like it's a defining factor because there are some people who feel like they can't come out, or they may be, disowned by their family, or they may be rejected in some way, shape, or form. So I'm sending up prayers for those people who just can't live in their truth for whatever reason, whatever the reason is, whether it's religion or family or just feeling like they will be judged or, so on and so forth. But Gary said his wife beard was amazingly poised. She was. Like his wife was sitting there kicking it. And when I tell you she a ride or die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she tried to give us the impression that she was already well aware of, all his secrets that he was giving to us publicly. Right. And I don't know if I believe that she knew all that going in, but at the end of the day, that's her decision. That's her marriage. That is her life.
Her decision. Yeah.
And the only reason why we're talking about it right now is because he got on national TV and told me.
Yeah, exactly. Because
if you think about it, out of respect, we have never talked about Andrew Gillum on this show.
No, ever.
No,
ever.
No.
And
I'm just like, because I'm just like, I ain't just trying to sit here and just
drag
a black man who got caught booty up somewhere. I ain't about to do that.
Not just a black man, but a huge political figure. Look where he was on his way to until the incident. We might have been talking about him for VP.
But imagine if he had got that position and had to suppress that secret even further.
True.
That'd have been nuts.
He wouldn't have been the first. I'm just saying. Yeah,
come on now, because you're preaching now. Come on. No,
I'm just not. I'm just saying. I'm not. We know, and everywhere you look how many people have to suppress, and just like you said, because of religion and family, politics falls right in that line.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
right. So just shout out to I just want to take a moment just to send my love and prayers, and just shout out to everyone who just feels like at this particular moment in space and time that they cannot live in their truth.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I could be in a position where the world just can look in on my, like literally just peeking on my life, my marriage, my children, my everything.
Yeah.
I consider myself. Yes, I consider myself an open book. I try to give you guys as much of me as possible, but at the same time, I can't give you so much of me that it starts impacting other people who are connected to me.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to log in and be like, thank you for tuning into the Ice Cream Convos Podcast, where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news. I am a heterosexual.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Be like, sometimes. There are just some things that we should have the privilege of keeping private.
Right.
That's
true. That's just facts. I mean, it's none of our business. It's not. It doesn't affect us unless you're dating that person or you're with that person.
It's none of my business.
But
it is. Yeah. So shout out to Andrew Gillum, and I'm wondering what's next for him in the political front. Wondering. But so y'all, Captain America.
Oh my gosh.
He dropped his winter soldier on Instagram. And I got the screenshot. If you want to see the winter soldier.
You wild for that.
Girl tonight. So over the weekend, Captain America dropped his winter soldier on Instagram by accident. And look, how do TikTok kids be like, I spent a good 30 minutes looking for it because I have to report to y'all. I can't come in here with a half story.
No, for real. That's the only reason. I can't come in
here with a half story. So I went ahead and did some researches. So basically, that's what happened, because some people were like, how in the world did Captain America accidentally post a peen pic on Instagram? Well, basically, you ever have something happen to you that you was like, you know what? It just had to be the Lord that day that was like, I'm sick and tired of playing with you. Look, I'm going to teach you a lesson today. Like, that's the only thing it could
stop. Pause. Remind me to have a side conversation with you after this, because if there's an incident that I wish I could tell y'all, but I'm afraid that we get shut down. But
So you tell me the story, and then we'll decide if we can tell it next Tuesday.
Yes, that's what we'll do. Swear? All right. Yeah.
Put it up. Pinky swear.
All right. Has to do with my Tumblr opening up just out of nowhere, but go ahead. But I know exactly what you're ready to say.
I know exactly what you're talking about, because my Tumblr opened up too. And I was out in public.
Yeah.
So, okay. We'll talk about that next Tuesday. We'll censor it down for the children, because you just never
have to. We got to.
Yeah, we'll share that next week. But anyway, so basically what happened was Captain America, Chris Evans, Mr. Chris Evans, if you're nasty, he was on social media and he decided that he was going to share a sweet video of his family playing Heads Up. Now, Heads Up is the game. It's kind of like, where you put the thing, the word come up and the other person has to guess. They're trying to explain it to you and you got to guess.
Right? Got you. Okay.
So he puts up, I don't know why on God's green earth, he decided to do a screen record of the video, just rather than just posting the video. Anyway, he did a screen record of the video. Okay. So he shares it on Instagram stories, the screen record. Okay. Well, when you're screen recording, here's a prime example of a screen record. You ever get on Instagram and you see where somebody shared a video and then you see the front of their screen and then the screen go up and then the video start and then they're main.
Yes.
That's people who out here screen recording. Okay. So basically he wants to share, little game of Heads Up. He ended up putting his head up. I'm gonna tell you that. Keep your head up. Ooh, child. Things are gonna get your head up. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna stop being childish one day. But I'm working on it.
Yeah, because don't let it go to your head. Just came to me, but I wasn't gonna come behind you with that.
I love when we be immature. I just love it. Okay, so he's showing this video, but anyway, so when the screen record, when it was done and dropped back down, it gave a glimpse of his photo library. Now, because we are friends, I'm going to give you a glimpse of my photo library at this present time. Let me just take a look at it.
Check it first.
Hold on, let me just scroll to a part. I'll just scroll right here where it's all of my my quotes that I post in the morning, my inspirational quotes and a few stories. So see that? All right. So after the screen record was done, it caught a glimpse of this. Boom.
Right.
Okay. So it caught a glimpse of his library, right? So it was like some interesting stuff in there. And I was like, oh. And one of the blocks was a pic of his buddy.
Yeah.
Alleged.
It stood out. Looked like one to me. It definitely was one, but we don't know who.
There would be no logical reason for Chris Evans, well, unless he been hanging out with Andrew Gillum, to have just a random penis in his phone, right? There would be no reason for him just to have a random wang in his phone.
Right.
And the angle of it looked like, oh, let me just snap this real quick and shoot it.
That's what I was going to say. The angle, I think it confirms it.
You just start fixing your hair like, and then gotta hit them angles. You gotta lean with it, rock with it. So anyway, so his wang was in there, and I was like, it's the wang yang. So all I'm gonna say is, Captain America, you are definitely a hero, and I got mad respect for you. I mean, I knew you had a shield, but I didn't know you had a sword too. But shout out to Captain America. Things happen. So let this be a lesson, because I am very, 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 I'm just a huge advocate of learning from other people's mistakes.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So let's just go ahead and just be mindful, brothers and sisters. When we open up our phones, make sure your tumblers is closed. When you open up when you do your screen records, make sure check their screen record before you post it.
Please.
Just check it real quick and easy. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. But I'm not mad at that faux pas. I ain't mad at it at all, because I got to know Chris Evans in a very special way. So hold on, let's go back to Miko. Miko says, so was it a pick worthy? Yeah, it was definitely pick worthy.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely worthy.
Yeah, yes, he is worthy. So shout out to Chris Evans. There's nothing to brighten up a week like just a random winter soldier in your timeline. But, hey.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of a winter soldier, Danuel House Jr. Is that how you say his name? Danuel?
Yeah, I thought it was just Daniel. Don't start me the line. Maybe it's spelled like Danuel though. It's spelled. That's how I'm just not sure.
Cause see, some of y'all mamas be trying to get fancy, like just call the man Daniel, or are we doing Danuel?
Yeah,
just Okay. I got the nerve to be Xaviera talking about somebody's mama being creative, but y'all don't mind me. All right. So Danuel House Jr., basically what had happened was he tried to get some WAP in the bubble and got busted.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he did.
Now, the story first came out that he was under investigation because a COVID tester was in his room unauthorized. And I was like, well, was she coming to test his COVID-19 or what? Okay. So apparently it was a COVID tester. So that would make sense how he actually met her in the bubble in some way, shape, or form. But she ended up back in his hotel room, which is very strange because they said she came in on Monday night. Hallelujah. But she left out. She left out on Tuesday morning. How long does a COVID test take, baby?
Man, listen, I was kind of mad because, like, why wouldn't a COVID tester be authorized? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Why shouldn't they be authorized?
To his
if you are a tester,
to the hotel room, Karla. Stop playing with me, Karla. To the hotel room, Karla. Well, I mean, she is authorized. I mean, she had her badge in her scrub.
And to be a tester, you have to be COVID free. So what's the problem?
The problem is his wife and kids at home, Karla. What the first problem is his wife.
Yeah, I'm joking. I just thought it was funny that it was a COVID tester. And I don't know how true it was. That same COVID tester was in another teammate's room, but they got cleared to play.
Are you talking about, what's his name? Say it.
I'm trying to remember exactly who it was. I just lost it. Yes, Tyson Chandler. Yeah.
See, now the NBA said that they did their investigation, and upon their investigation, they saw that she only had contact with one player.
Okay. Maybe it was, bad information, but I just
that's when you'd be like, word. That team knew they couldn't sacrifice two players. That's all it was. It was like, which one of y'all willing to go home? Who got the better scoring average? Yeah, that's who went home.
But you know what? You got a point because it was huge. It distracted the team. You see what happened. And from what I understand, I haven't been watching as much this year, but he was key. He was key to their rotation.
He was. So basically, what had happened was Danuel House Jr. Had an unauthorized COVID tester in his room, and she came in on Monday night, but she left on Tuesday morning, y'all. So when she left on Tuesday morning, they basically sent his ass packing about Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes, out of there. They got him out quickly.
Sent him right the hell home. He ain't in nobody's bubble. I don't even know if he in the bubble with his wife at home because yeah,
wrong for that.
His wife deleted all his pictures off of Instagram, so she was bad. And that goes back again to the public stuff. She knew if she deleted those photos off of Instagram, that would send the message to the public without her opening her.
That perception is big with social. Yeah, it creates the perception that she's done. It creates. That's a mess. That's a whole mess.
Some WAP in the bubble. Now you at home, you can't play no more games the rest of the season.
Right. You done risked your career, your money, your bread,
your marriage. And your marriage.
Not a good
Shantae got jokes. Shantae said his bubble got busted. I don't mean to burst your bubble, but you're headed home, Danuel.
Yes.
Your bubble. Yeah, that was a good one. I'm so mad I ain't think of that. All right, so let's move right along, y'all. Mark Zuckerberg, this Boosie. Y'all, Boosie got a new Instagram account.
He back.
Bite. Boosie back, y'all. Boosie got a little burner Instagram account. It said, and it literally says Boosie's temporary Instagram account because he is literally trying to get back to one that he used to have. He is still in that mission.
So he's on he got a temporary IG? It's not even like
he has labeled it Boosie's temporary IG. At least the one day that I looked at it, because I can't play with Boosie in these Instagram streets. I just don't have the time, visibility, or the energy. Yeah. I just can't do it. But I do know Boosie bike. Boosie bike. Boosie bike.
Told y'all.
He coming home today. Yeah. So Boosie Bike. So if y'all were fans of his Instagram page, you can go over there and support Boosie. Until next time.
Yeah.
I just want to touch on this really quick. I don't want to waste a lot of time, but Kiely Williams,
Mhm.
you know, I'm tired of your broken promise it. You know, Kiely.
Yeah.
3LW. 17 years later, she is still throwing shade at Naturi Naughton.
Why?
17 years later, because when I tell you the hate for that girl run deep, Kiely literally, she cannot tell me like I just ain't beat. I just don't like her. No, girl, you hate her.
Yeah.
It has been 17 years. Yeah, it's been enough time to have a child and they graduate high school.
Right.
Hate that girls. But let me speak to Naturi for a second too. Because Naturi told People magazine that she has some new music coming and she's so excited for us to hear her music because she plans to talk about how she felt when she was ousted from 3LW.
Why are we still talking about that?
Ain't that Black History, girl? They threw a plate of chicken at you, not a Hummer. They threw a plate of chicken at you. Yes, I get it. Listen,
right.
If I can get past not getting a radio job, you can get past a plate of chicken.
I know that's right. Yeah, that especially where she's at in her career at this point, I'll be like 3L who?
You know, listen, when Kiely started talking trash to me, you know what I would have said to her? They say this is a big rich town.
Exactly.
I just come from the forest parts.
Just play the theme song for her. That's all. Just run it.
Hit the Bobby Shmurda in. I had that girl want to fight me.
Yes.
But you know, now somebody said on Instagram, because I'm at the place I really like Naturi, but I'm at the place where I'm like, girl, like, let's just move forward. You have so many wonderful things going on in your life. There is no reason to walk backwards into that. But then somebody has said that girl is free to talk about it as long as it take her to get her healing. I said, okay.
No, that ain't healing. That's obsession.
How about this? You can't heal in the same place you got sick.
I know that's right. You better preach. You know.
Now, if I ain't drop a gem on y'all tonight, y'all better clap for me because that was a word. Y'all better clap for me because I dropped a word.
Yes.
You can't heal in the same place you get sick. If you still sitting in that space of that time of that plate of chicken, I don't know if it has some mashed potatoes and coleslaw on the side, but that's how I like to imagine it. But what I'm saying is, if you can't heal, you cannot heal in the same place you got sick. At some point, you just gonna have to let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yep. That's true.
Frozen told us best, girl. Frozen told us best. All right. So with that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and we're going to wrap up tonight's episode of the Ice Cream Convos Podcast live. I would like to thank each and every one of you who tuned in for tonight's episode live. You know, whether you stayed the whole time, came in for a little bit, kicked it with us or whatever, but I definitely appreciate you supporting Karla and I. And, you know, if there's some things that you would like for us to talk about, because Karla, I even thought about dabbling in, like maybe doing some advice. You think people want advice from me or from you? Because I'm unstable. If anything, you would have to do the advice.
Hey, nah, we ain't right, but we got experience. We got experience.
She said, we ain't right. We ain't right, but we ain't all wrong.
There you go.
Said,
we got wisdom.
Thank you. Thank you. So if you would like any advice from Karla or myself, feel free to do so by emailing podcast@icecreamconvos.com. And if you have any topic suggestions, things that you would like for us to talk about, if there's any big news stories, because, you know, we can only pick and grab a few that we think would be fun to talk about. But if there's something that you really want discussed, reach out to us and let us know. But I definitely appreciate all of you supporting us. And you know what I realized? I got to put my microphone in front of me because all night I've been turning this way because I put the microphone to the side of me. So I feel like I'm talking to my imaginary friend on the side. Like, so. But anyway. So with that being said, if there are any topics or any advice you may need, listen, I might, I might have you in jail, but Karla will tell you how to get out. I'm like, nah, what you need to do is just punch that hoe in the no, violence is not the answer.
Yeah, gosh, you stupid.
But with that being said, I definitely, just appreciate all of you who tune in each week when Karla and I come on for an hour and a half, depending on what we have to talk about. And I just love the energy. I love the interaction. And this is why we decided to start doing live shows so that we can talk to you in real time and get the vibe and get your energy. And your energy is always great every week. So with that being said, some things that I forget to remind you of. But Karla, real quick, before we go ahead and close out the show, what you watching?
Oh, I'm literally just tripping off of have you watched any court shows since COVID? Yes. Let me tell you which court show I like. I'm watching Mathis and I'm bugging at the social distance and stuff going on. Have you seen a new Mathis?
Oh, you're talking about
the whole dystopia looking, they're wearing shields. I've been infatuated with watching that. I'm gonna be honest with you. And in this room, so I haven't really get caught up on anything.
Greg Bike.
Yes, he is. Girl, Doyle with a whole mask. It trips you out. Wait till you see the first episode. Just go back.
I'm gonna have to watch Mathis.
Oh yeah,
I love Judge Mathis.
Yes.
It's Mathis F. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love me some Judge Mathis.
Yes.
Okay, so you watching court shows? I watch a court show too, but it's on A&E, and it's it's like footage of wild-ish that pop off in courtrooms.
Oh, for real?
Oh, girl. Everything from families attacking the person that's on trial to some dude lit up a blunt in court. This one dude cussed out the judge and told her, he was like, if I see you on the street, it's a matter of time.
Wow.
So,
what's that? Yeah. What's it called?
Oh my gosh. It is called, I'll have it for you Tuesday. I promise.
All right.
I'll have it for you.
It's wild. We need that.
Yes. And speaking of a TV reminders, because I'm talking about court and Court TV will be live streaming Derek Chauvin's case for George Floyd, R. Kelly's case.
Wow.
Oh, they come in with that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they are really coming back with some serious cases. The last time I was really addicted to Court TV was with Ray Caruth.
Okay, right.
At trial. Oh, right. No. Jordan Davis.
Oh yeah, Jordan Davis was a bit right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because he was after Trayvon, right?
That was for me. Yeah, mm-hmm. I think. Oh, that's a good question. I think so.
He was after
Trayvon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just shout out to Jordan's mother, Lucy Bath. I saw something that said the other day when I was looking for quotes. It said, "The biggest tragedy in your life can define your purpose." And look, Trayvon's mom is in politics. Jordan Davis's mother is in politics because they out here trying to change these laws and these rules. Yeah. And speaking of laws and rules, I'm pretty sure that you guys have heard that Breonna Taylor's family settled with the city of Louisville for $12 million. Yeah. And Karla, when we come back next week, the reason why I didn't want to talk about it tonight is because it's too fresh on my spirit. And I didn't want to, we've had some heavy topics. Last week we had House, shout out to House for coming on the show, but he talked about being railroaded after his stepdaughter accused him of rape and child molestation. So, I just wanted to kind of keep the show on a higher note until everybody decided they wanted to get divorced. I just wanted to come in and kiki and be immature, right?
Right.
So, with that being said, sometimes I kind of have to pick and choose just to keep the level of the show up. But I do want to sit with that for a little bit, but I want to come back and talk about that because it seems like we live in a society now where when a Black life is taken, we are given a settlement versus given justice. And I want to talk about that. So let's talk about that next Tuesday, along with any advice that y'all need from me and Karla. Some advice, or even if you just want to just give us the scoop, just share your testimony or what's going on in your life. If you just want to get it off your chest, you are free to do so. Talk to us. The email is podcast@icecreamconvos.com. All right. So with that being said, I am currently watching Lovecraft Country. I just can't get past it. Okay. It is so good. Lovecraft Country is everything. I watched Antebellum. I received a screener for Antebellum, so I will release my movie review on that tomorrow because it comes out on Friday, and I want y'all to be fully warned.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I need that. Okay. All right.
And so those are the things that I am watching. And I guess with that being said, we'll go ahead and close out the show. Don't forget to download the ICC app, because that is the easiest way for you to get all things Ice Cream Convos, from the podcast to our social medias to the site. Anything, any way you need to contact us, you can do it, or just support us. You can do it through the ICC app. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We did have a milestone this week, Karla, that I wanted to talk to you about. We have surpassed 4,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Hey.
Dropping the bucket to y'all full-time YouTubers, but we're proud.
Nice. Yes. Yeah.
And we have surpassed 350,000 views on the channel.
Hey.
So
yes. Listen, if we was down there, we celebrate. If we could be,
because I got
the COVID.
I got the Captain Morgan's on deck. And Karla, just keep in mind that our 10th anniversary is just around the corner. October 8th is the Ice Cream Convos 10th anniversary. Wow. So I'm trying to think of something clever and fun and smart to do for that. So just pray on me for that. Just pray on me. And connect with us on Instagram and connect with us on Facebook if you are not already doing so. All right. So with that being said, I love you guys very much. I thank you for always supporting us, even when we don't make sense in what we're talking about. But I definitely appreciate the support, because now you know how I got here. Hopefully it will help you continue to support me a little bit more, because y'all do not want me to go back into that depression because I didn't get that radio job.
No, we don't.
Look, I was like, welcome to the Ice Cream Podcast, where we serve delicious food. News. So with that being said, Karla, you got any parting words, my beautiful co-host?
Well, first, Shantae, thank you so much. I appreciate the love for the room. That motivates me. Shout out to all the parents out here homeschooling. Hang in there, y'all. Just like y'all frustrated, though, remember the teachers are too. None of us have ever been through this before. I'm proud of y'all. Just keep sitting there with, no matter what, the ones that are able, sit there with the kids. I know sometimes they may want to make you do some things to them, but just it's new for everybody. And I'm just proud of y'all, because I see a lot of parents stepping up, and shout out to the teachers. Wear your mask, sanitize, and let's get these kids back to brick and mortar.
It's so funny when you talked about the parents, working with their kids. I saw a meme today that was like, if you got 5 apples and you
I seen ladies sitting. Listen, I seen a lady sitting there with the belt on the side. I was like, that's why I'm saying hang in there, because it's very frustrating. But it's their education is key, and they're all we have right now until we get them back in brick and mortar. So
absolutely,
just keep motivated.
Look at Karla talking and stuff. Karla usually be like, "Oh, you man, God bless, good night." And I'll be like, "We're cotton panties, ladies. Keep your Niecy Nash cool." But it's fall weather in Georgia, so I'm hype about that.
Yes, yes.
Now my legs can stop rubbing.
Oh, girl, stop sweating.
Okay, well, my legs ain't gonna never stop rubbing. I mean, I tried it though. I tried it, didn't I? I was like, it's about to be fall. My legs ain't gonna be rubbing. No, you just gonna have that mist.
Everybody can put the titty socks up.
Titty socks up. Shout out to titty socks. Titty socks.
Yeah.
You can put the titty socks up. Stop stuffing your bra with paper towels and all that good stuff.
Yes.
All right, Karla. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Love you guys so much. ICC.
We all we got.
Peace
Love
out.
y'all. Peace.